If you only had 48 hours to eat in Melbourne, what would you try first? Would you go for some brown butter cheesecake ice cream, go straight for the coffee, or eat your way around one of Melbourne's most bustling markets? Well, in this video, we're going to do all those three things and more, plus my favorite cooking experience at the end of the video. Hey, I'm Bianca in Melbourne, a born and bred local, and after living, eating, and exploring here for 30 years, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite picks. Melbourne's food scene is on another level. World-class coffee, creative brunch, plus some of the best bites you'll ever have. There's a reason why we're called the foodie capital of Australia. I'm here with Jetstar to give you the ultimate food tour of Melbourne. I hope you're hungry. Let's go eat. So behind me is Lune. They're known across the world for their flaky and buttery croissants, but the story behind this place is pretty cool too.
The founder, Kate Reed, is a former F1 engineer who set out on a mission to create the perfect croissant. With her background in science, she spent months experimenting to produce the delicious croissants people know and love today. They're so well loved that their team pumps out over 5,000 freshly baked pastries each day.
Alrighty, so we've made our selection, and I want to introduce you to my friend Nabs. Hi. She's going to help us do the very hard job of eating and trialing croissants.
Lucky me.
Someone's got to do it. So we have got here the ham and cheese croissant. Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Oh my God.
And then we have their classic almond croissant.
Cheers. It melts in your mouth right away.
Rich, nutty, indulgent. And then we have the chocolate crackle croissant. Look at that, it's like a party hat. Cheers.
Let's go.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dark chocolate inside. So I want to tell you about this lemon curd cruffin. Whenever I was having a hard day in the city, I would always go to Lune and pick up one of these, and I instantly felt better. Cheers. All right, let me take you to one of my favorite iced coffee spots.
Nestled on Carlton's Lygon Street is a minimalist cafe by day and a cocktail bar by night. It's called Good Measure, and it's home to their signature drink called the Mont Blanc. But what makes it so special?
We've got it here and it looks awesome. It's kind of like a coffee dessert hybrid. So at the bottom here, we've got a cold brew filter coffee, lightly sweetened, a thick layer of cream up the top, which looks very foamy. And then we've got some grated nutmeg and orange zest. Let's get into it. That is good stuff. The cream is so thick and luxurious. I feel like I can do anything now. Today I'm taking you to one of the oldest and longest standing markets in Melbourne, the Queen Victoria Market. This place is a melting pot of multicultural eats, offering everything from fresh produce to gourmet deli items and even international street food. Let me show you some of my top picks.
Down a small laneway is Publique Bakery, a popular local spot for beautifully made French pastries with traditional techniques passed down through generations. Their buttery croissants and pastries with unique flavors at Preston Market were so well loved that the owner and chef decided to set up shop here too.
Okay, we've secured the goods. So this is a tiramisu Danish. So this one is the Rhubarb. Look how cute it is. It's in the shape of a little bow. You could put it on your head. Let's dig in. Ooh. I like this one. Look at that inside. You know, the sweetness is not too overpowering either, so it's really great. This would go really well with a coffee. So one of my favorite spots to get coffee at Queen Vic Market is Market Lane Coffee right here. And now you're spoilt for choice in Melbourne because there are so many fantastic specialty coffee shops. But if you're not into your coffee, you can check out Mork Chocolate just around the corner to get one of their specialty hot chocolates.
Just as seriously as we take our coffee, Mork takes creating specialty, ethically sourced hot chocolate very seriously. They have different hot chocolate blends, all with ingredients that are traceable and of unique origin. Try the Campfire hot chocolate while you're there. It has 70% dark hot chocolate, maple smoke, charcoal salt, and a toasted house-made marshmallow.
That is good, especially on one of those cold Melbourne days. Very good for the soul.
If you're looking for something cheap and cheerful, check out the Boreks Shop. They're known for their hot, flaky burek with options like spicy lamb, spinach and cheese, and roasted vegetables. All right, now that we've had our fair share of snacks, let's go get some brunch. Just a quick 8-minute stroll from the market, and tucked inside one of Melbourne's greenest laneways is Brick Lane Cafe, a spot that offers good, honest brunch food without the fuss. And whenever someone asks me where to go for brunch in the CBD, this is a spot that I like to recommend. All right, our food's here and it looks amazing. I'm very ready to eat, but before we do that, first we've got our Turkish beef ciabatta. There's some sauerkraut, tomato there, some beautiful seeded aioli over there. And then for our friends who are new to Australia, we've got the smashed avo, which is basically smashed avocado on some beautiful sourdough bread. I was a little bit cheeky and I ended up getting bacon too. Let's eat. Quite messy, but very delicious. All right, friends, it's time for a sweet treat, and we are here at Luther's Scoops in Thornbury. They also have a location in Brunswick, but this place is one of my most favorite ice cream spots in Melbourne. And what's so special about this spot is that it was started by a pastry chef who's worked across a bunch of Michelin-starred restaurants. In particular, they're really well known for their awesome flavor combination, and the textures here are just fantastic. Here with me, I've got my flavor that I always order. I go in the store always thinking, why don't I try something new? And then when I lock eyes with the brown butter cheesecake, I always keep coming back for more. So this one is definitely one that I recommend checking out when you come here. Now we're on Bourke Street in the CBD, and I'm going to show you a fantastic comfort food spot. Now the thing that's special about Butcher's Diner is that they don't just order patties in. They get the meat straight from the farm, and then what they do at the start of every week is come in to butcher the meat and then make them into patties, so you know that the produce is going to be really fresh. So we've ordered 2 of their signature menu items. The first one being their steak and eggs on toast. Now the steak itself is an O'Connor Scotch fillet cut of steak, so a very premium cut of steak. And we also got their signature cheeseburger, which is what they're really well known for. Great cut of meat, super high quality. Look at the cheese that's melted on top of the meat. And finally, we've got some char grilled greens to balance it out. Taking a bite into that burger feels like a warm hug. The milk bun is so soft. The meat itself has this melt in your mouth texture. This would be especially good on a night out if you've just gone out with your friends and you want something a little comforting. Perfect way to finish off the night. So this just looks so decadent. As you bite into it, you can smell the char from the meat, and the flavors are so rich. P.S. if you want to check this place out, they're open 6 days a week until 1 a.m. I think about this place a lot. I come here for special occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, you name it. This is Farmer's Daughter, a 3-level farm-to-table dining experience that showcases all the flavors from a special place in regional Victoria called Gippsland. And the atmosphere inside here is awesome. We've just arrived here, they've just kicked off service. There's lots of people coming in, you can see in the kitchen, there's chefs preparing the meals, nice and fresh, so it's very vibey, I would say, quite relaxing too. Okay, so the food is here, and I have been thinking about this moment for many days. We're starting off strong with the signature soda bread. It's got this like dense yet chewy texture. We've got the O'Connor Scotch fillet, and so you know it's going to be good quality. Perfectly charred on the top there with some mushrooms and some watercress. Beautiful. And I've got myself a leaf salad and some fries to go with it. So let's eat. It's almost like a savory scone with a little bit of sweetness. You have to try this when you're here for an entree. With the steak, perfectly cooked, medium rare, and that beautiful leaf salad. Look how fresh everything is. Soft and tender on the inside. They always cook it very well here. All right, guys, to finish things off, I'm going to take you to one of my favorite food experiences in Melbourne. This is Free to Feed, and it's not just a cooking class, it's about creating shared food experiences. And what's even better is by attending one of these classes, you're empowering and supporting people seeking asylum and refugees by providing them with paid training and employment.
So today we are going to make an Iraqi feast containing dishes that are really authentic Iraqi dishes and what you find when you visit any regular household. Nothing complicated, easy and delicious to have.
For the next few hours, we cook this entire feast while hearing stories from Rana's culture. She used to be an emergency doctor, but now shares her love of cooking as a form of healing. And after every free-to-feed cooking experience, you get to sit down and enjoy the meal you made together.
All right, this looks incredible. Look at that. Got a mix of everything on our plate so we can try. Start with this one. Wow, so good. Well, thank you for joining me on this epic food tour of Melbourne. I hope you found some inspiration for your next trip to our incredible city. Jetstar flies to and from Melbourne all across Australia. And so by choosing to fly with Jetstar, you're saving on your flights so you can spend more on your adventures in Melbourne. I'll see you very soon.